Hey everybody, how are ya?
Members, hello.
Members only, yes. We're doing Kathy and Mark doing a members
That's
only
right.
review for the Caitlin Cronenberg Humane, the film Humane, which is a Canadian horror thriller starring Jay Baruchel, who you know from a lot of
Love him.
Judd Apatow comedies.
Yeah,
Enrico Colantoni from I think he
so
was
good.
in Galaxy Quest, and maybe was he in
Yes,
Lost? He was
I
okay.
don't think so.
Emily Hampshire, who was in Schitt's Creek. Peter Gallagher, who we've all seen before,
Legend.
and Sebastian Chacon, who's another Canadian actor.
Yeah,
So it's a film that is kind of in the future or some dystopian alternate future where it's deemed that you have the ability
yeah.
to cut down on climate change and overpopulation to have yourself be given over to the state by being killed, humanely with
Humane
injections.
euthanasia.
Yes, so they
They
put you
do.
to
They
sleep
pay
with
you
one shot.
to. They pay you a ton of money, right? Don't you get like
You get
$250,000
two
for
hundred
each
fifty
person?
thousand dollars. Yes,
Right. So
goes
then
to your
your
family.
heirs are taken care of in a way.
Right,
So it works
right,
out for everyone.
right. And so obviously a lot of people that don't have a lot of money do this kind of stuff, but it's not for the upper crust because they don't need $250,000.
They have air conditioning and fancy houses with screens on the window. They'll be fine.
Right. And they have these fun commercials in the movie about or not commercial, but PSAs about, Joan and David,
Yes.
gave themselves up so, their granddaughter can go to college and all this kind of stuff.
Together. So
Thank you for your
happy.
service.
They show him with
It's
the
just very
baby. Oh,
right.
so sweet.
But it's a
And also
cool idea.
something to bring up too is that this is the daughter of David Cronenberg, who is a huge, huge deal to me. David
Right.
Cronenberg.
And Brandon Cronenberg, so a brother and sister.
And
So
Brandon Cronenberg, who's really carrying the mantle
yeah.
because his two films have been fantastic. Oh my god. It's
Right.
like Infinity Pool and Possessor.
Possess- Possessor.
Ah,
Possessor. Two
very
great
cool
movies.
analog, very kind of David Lynch, but in its own zone. Very cool.
Yes. This one's more sort of conventional in sort of maybe not so much like The Purge, but if you think those kind of movies where things are a little, there's one thing that's very different
Yeah.
that can cause problems. So in this film,
Yeah.
this is an upper crust family. Peter Gallagher is like this big anchor man, and his wife, they invite the whole family over and they don't like each other. They're all assholes. They all hate each other.
It's
They're doing all,
basically Succession,
yeah,
where
basically.
everyone's hateable. They all hate each other. They just want to get the money from their inheritance. They don't care.
Right. So,
One's kind of a disaster. One's like successful but a jerk. It's all that.
so, but Peter Gallagher's character, who is, the matriarch or the patriarch, and his wife, they decide that they're going to do this procedure and give their lives over so they can help the world
That's
be
right.
a little bit. So of course everybody's freaking out about it because hey, you don't need to do that. We're rich. We don't need the money or whatever. But no, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. And but his wife gets so upset like during dinner just because we get this huge argument that she just takes
Yeah.
off. She's like, I'm out of here. I don't
Yeah.
need these people. So Peter Gallagher is just stunned, but he goes, I'm going to go through with this. I'm going to go through with this.
Yeah.
So he does. Like this guy comes in, Enrico Colantoni's Bob. He's the guy that comes in. He's like a plumber. He comes in with
Yeah.
his guys. Okay, I'm here for two bodies, and so he gives his life, and they're like, okay, that's all over. Goodbye. And he's
Everybody's
not
like,
wait.
thank you for coming to get him. And it's all great. And you did a great job. And then it's all very peaceful and wonderful. And everything was okay.
And then he goes,
Oops.
oh, wait a minute, hold on, I need one more body.
Yep. Can't leave with that one. You have 2 hours to figure it out.
Right, and that's the movie. It's like who is going to die, give their lives,
It was
and
a
it's a
fun
kind of
idea
cool
because
setup.
it is. It's kind of like what do they call it? Like a parlor, like a Knives Out kind of thing where it all happens in one house. It's kind of
Right.
cat and mouse. They're trying to figure out like, who to align with, who's the least valuable of the family members, who deserves to live or die. Like they just like who gets to decide, and no one's volunteering. So they're all like, what are we gonna do? So it's a cool little cat and mouse of like deciding, can you gang up to say you're going to get somebody without you actually being double crossed? Like nobody trusted anybody. That was a cool idea.
Right. And unfortunately, I mean the most likable character was Bob, the guy that's waiting
Yeah,
around. But he,
sadly, the
he's
villain.
the villain, and he takes the young daughter
Yes.
and say, "I'm gonna." She is not going to be part of this. You've got to be 18 years old to do it. So
It's
she's
also hateable, actually. She wasn't even sympathetic either.
no, no, true, that's true.
They were
So,
all jerks.
I mean, the one character I sort of cared for a little bit was the guy that was in the crash. He was the adopted son
Yeah.
who was he was sort of he was disabled a bit, and so and everybody immediately ganged up. Oh, you're on mute, Kathy.
And he
Yeah.
was kind of like he was kind of the black sheep. Like
Yes.
he was an addict or something, the
Right.
painkillers or something. So he was always sort of the one who didn't really fit in. He wasn't blood. He was kind of a loser. And everybody's like, he's definitely the one we can give up. And he's like, not me. I'm not.
Right.
No.
Right. Right. So they kind of gang up on him, but then things change, and the rest of the movie is about that.
Yeah.
It's like who ends
Yeah.
up doing it. So
Mhm.
overall, it was I had issues at the end. I think the ending was kind of a bit of a letdown or cop out, but I enjoyed it for what it was. It felt like one of those
Yeah.
B movie, like you said, all in
Yeah.
one location, and sort of the back and forth with the different characters. All the character, except for him, I think every character was kind of an asshole. Sadly,
Kind of. Yeah, they were all assholes.
yeah.
Yeah, they were assholes. You don't have to worry. It's not a very gory movie. There's a few
No.
little moments of violence, but it's not a gory movie. It's more like it's kind of a fun kind of, like I said, drawing room kind of mystery. It's just kind of very arch dialogue, and everybody's being kind of sarcastic and funny. And then the situation is so amped up and silly that you're not really too affected by it. So it's on Shutter, I think. Is it on Shutter? Yeah,
It's on Shutter, and
Shudder.
I
So it's fun.
with the last name Cronenberg, you think there's going to be some weird stuff. It's not. It's much more conventional than
Yeah.
that,
It's like
and
people
maybe
getting hit over the head and stuff,
right,
so
yeah,
not or a stabbing like here and there, like but you don't really see it's not about the gore, it's about the situation, and what would you do kind of thing. So
right. But I thought it was a fun kind
yeah,
of a B movie. Certainly
yeah,
something that you'd enjoy watching, and
yeah,
some twists and turns. So that's called Humane on Shutter. Caitlin Cronenberg.
yeah.
Check it out.
Check it out.
And thanks for being a member. We really
Thank
appreciate it. And more
you.
members only reviews coming
We'll
soon.
do more together and send us like messages of what you want us to review. We'll be happy to do it. We'd love it.
Absolutely. Please do. Please do. All right, everybody. Take care.
Bye.
See ya.